In the heart of whispering woods, where sunlight barely pierced the dense canopy, Milo and Jack trekked with determined steps. The forest was unnaturally still, the usual chorus of birds and insects notably absent. They had heard tales of the orb of emotional transcendence, a relic said to grant its possessor an unprecedented understanding of human emotions. But retrieving it meant facing the tempting ghost that guarded the orb within the ancient ruins at the forest's core. Milo led the way, his flashlight cutting through the gloom. Jack followed close behind, each step accompanied by the muffled crunch of leaves beneath their boots. The silence was oppressive, a heavy blanket pressing down on them. Milo paused suddenly, his hand raised to signal for quiet. A soft melodic hum echoed through the trees, unlike anything they had ever heard. "Can you hear that?" Jack whispered. Milo nodded slowly, eyes scanning the darkness. "It's coming from up ahead." They continued cautiously, drawn by the enchanting melody. As they approached a crumbling stone archway, the sound grew louder, weaving around them like an invisible tapestry. Beyond the arch lay a clearing, bathed in an eerie luminescence emanating from floating orbs suspended midair. In the center stood a figure, ethereal and translucent, a ghostly silhouette with glowing eyes. The tempting ghost beckoned them forward with a delicate wave of its hand. Milo and Jack exchanged glances before stepping into the clearing. "Welcome, travelers," the ghost whispered, voice like rustling leaves. "I am the guardian of the orb. To claim it, you must prove your worth." The ghost raised its arms, and the orbs floating around them began to pulsate with an otherworldly light. A wave of emotions washed over Milo and Jack. Joy, sorrow, anger, fear, a maelstrom that threatened to overwhelm their senses. "Test 1, the ghost intoned, the embrace of emotion. The air shimmered, and visions flashed before them. Memories of lost loved ones, moments of triumph, and heartache so profound they ached with longing. Milo fought against the urge to give in, focusing instead on grounding himself in the present. Jack's breathing became erratic as he struggled to maintain control. I can't do this," he murmured, tears streaming down his face. "Hold on to something real," Milo advised, his voice steady despite the turmoil within him. They clasped hands, drawing strength from each other. The ghost watched impassively, then nodded. "You have passed." Next came the mirror of desires. The ground beneath them transformed into a vast expanse of shimmering water. Reflections danced across its surface, images of their deepest desires and darkest fears. Milo saw himself with the orb in hand, powerful beyond measure, while Jack witnessed scenes of his greatest regret. The ghost's voice echoed from all directions. "Face your true selves or be consumed." Milo reached out to touch his reflection, watching as it rippled and distorted. He accepted both the light and shadow within him, understanding that true transcendence lay in embracing all aspects of one's being. Jack did the same, acknowledging his failures with a quiet resolve. As they completed this trial, the water receded, leaving them standing on solid ground once more. Finally, the tempting ghost presented the path of sacrifice. Before them appeared two paths leading into darkness, the path of selflessness and the path of selfishness. Milo and Jack were tasked with choosing which path to walk alone while the other waited behind. Milo chose the path of selflessness, stepping forward without hesitation. As he disappeared into the shadows, Jack braced himself for whatever awaited him in his own journey. Time seemed to stretch endlessly as they each faced their final test. When Milo emerged from the darkness, he carried with him a newfound peace, a profound understanding that true strength lay not in power, but in compassion. Jack followed soon after, his eyes reflecting a similar enlightenment. The tempting ghost bowed slightly, and an orb of swirling colors floated towards them. The orb of emotional transcendence. As it settled into Milo's outstretched hand, the ghost whispered,